Welcome to this episode of DRESScapade. I'm Lisa Graystone, your host on this dress escapade. Today we're going to take a look at a designer profile, the French couturier Pierre Balmain. We're going to have a peek at his life and career, and we're also going to take a real close look at this amazing piece of fashion history, the crowning jewel of the 55,000 dress collection, container number 1. The House of Balmain was founded in 1945. Monsieur Balmain's original intention was to go to Paris and study architecture. Instead, he studied fashion under Lucien Lelong in 1941. There, he met two other fashion greats, Christian Dior and Hubert de Givenchy. According to the New York Times, Pierre Balmain, along with Cristobal Balenciaga, Jacques Fath, and Christian Dior, was one of the many who revitalized Paris couture after the German occupation. In the fall of 1945, he launched his first collection to positive reviews. He presented long, bell-shaped skirts, emphasizing the waist, a popular style that captured the essence of 1940s fashion.
Here is the shape of things to come this fall. The first major fashion showing in Paris features these creations by Pierre Balmain. Tweed is definitely in this season. For example, Parc Monceau, severely tailored with a straight skirt, but at the same time completely feminine. Trans-Siberian, a red fox coat with a jacket and skirt in softly shaded tweed. Designers of many other nations challenge Paris each year, but the French seem to offer a mysterious ingredient, glamour. Here's a camel's hair coat to latch onto. It's lined with wild mink. The dress is jersey. The soft lights of evening and its ankle-length gowns and wraps. Monsieur Balmain also calls for some gowns to be about 3 inches above the ankles. The Bangkok has a cape effect at the back. This is in satin, a fabric that rustles its message. He calls this Istanbul in moiré, with a large collarette that is detachable. The grand finale, and appropriately enough, it's called Nuit de Paris, Paris by night. It's a coat of brown velvet lined with silk. Underneath is a dress also of velvet and richly embroidered with contrasting colors. Once again, Paris rules the world of fashion. What she decrees, grateful subjects accept.
Monsieur Balmain produced ready-to-wear and couture collections. He designed for some of the most beautiful women in the world. He produced costumes for 16 films, for Brigitte Bardot, for Vivian Leigh, and many others. He also designed the first wedding gown for actress Audrey Hepburn. Speaking of Hepburns, Katharine Hepburn was also a fan of Pierre Balmain's work, wearing his gowns both on and off screen and stage. Style icon Marlene Dietrich was also a client of Pierre Balmain's. Check her out front row in 1955. Monsieur Balmain loved the color black. He found it chic, timeless, and very youthful, and I couldn't agree more. Hear him explain in his own words.
We designers are tremendously sensible to what happens around. Women want to look younger, and in order to look younger, they must look a little more carefree. They must look a little more casual. Black is the only color that young people can wear more successfully than old people. A young girl dressed in black is always tremendously beautiful. Yes. An older woman in black can be dreary. Yes. That's why black is not an old color, it's a young color. Black velvet is the epitome of young and sexy charm, because there is also a touch of sex in fashion now.
Which brings us to the examination of the Pierre Balmain little black dress that we have available for sale at evolutionvintage.com. Based on the design details, lattice work on the waistline and the silhouette of the nipped-in waist and the full skirt, and the labels, I'm dating this piece late 1940s, 48, 49, or early 1950s, at least pre-1952. The black silk veil cocktail dress has a full skirt and a beautiful silk chiffon layer covering the bodice and twisting over the shoulder to comprise the strap. Under the twisted silk chiffon is a piece of elastic. The underbodice is a sweetheart neckline that's covered by a black layer of silk chiffon. The waist of the bodice is an intricate weaving technique that weaves the silk chiffon through the file. A small bow completes the bodice design under the breasts. Black metal zipper closure, a Conmar silver metal zipper, is covered with 2 fabric button closures. The interior label is affixed to a black grosgrain waist stay. There's a black Saks Fifth Avenue label also sewn into the interior skirt seam. The level of craftsmanship is clear. This is a museum-worthy piece. The construction and the silhouette and design is indicative of Monsieur Balmain's aesthetic in the late 1940s and early 1950s. This gorgeous piece of fashion history could now be yours. It's available for purchase at evolutionvintage.com. And until this beautiful piece of fashion's past finds its forever home, it is safely stored and put to bed with acid-free tissue paper in a professional textile storage box away from UV rays and not hanging on a hanger. Monsieur Balmain will always be known for his glamorous evening wear, smart tailored day wear, rich embroidered fabrics, nipped-in waists, and longer, fuller skirts. He created new French style which focused more on construction and clean lines rather than flashy, overly decorated pieces. He was also one of the first Paris couturiers to see the potential of the American market. He died the 29th of June 1982 at age 68 in Paris, France, from liver cancer. He will forever be remembered as one of the great icons in fashion. Thank you for watching this episode of DRESScapade, and remember, fashion's past is always present.